joined Anytime Fitness when I needed to add cross-training to my running routine. Let me back up and give you a little history. A friend approached me a year prior and convinced me to run a 4-mile race, but there were 2 slight problems. One, I had never run before in my life. Even in elementary school when I was forced to do the mile, I walked. And 2, I weighed a solid 290 pounds and had 2 kids under 3. I committed to her, we trained, and we ran the 4 miles. After the race, I wanted to keep going, and so I joined a gym, but not Anytime. I had a terrible experience. Just unprofessional staff and local meatheads always on every bench or machine. I finally gave up and came to Anytime based on the suggestion of another friend. I was placed with a trainer who supported my running and gave me the perfect cross-training experiences to help me build my distance. I felt supported by the owners and the other trainers. I really felt at home at Anytime.
My name is Ammon, and I'm the general manager for the Anytime Fitness that Allison works out at. I either see her about 6 a.m. or 3 p.m. every single day, depending on what fits her schedule. It never fails. She always asks me to do cardio with her on the treadmill next to her. And I was one that signed her up a few years ago, and she has made tremendous gains. She's doing so awesome, and she inspires a lot of people, whether she realizes it or not.
I ran my first half marathon, met my goal, and received lots of support from the gym. I even signed up for another half, and I had lost over 100 pounds in the process of all of this. And then I found out I was pregnant. Let me back up and give you a little history again. I had 2 kids, a boy and a girl. I had to take fertility drugs to get them. Never in a million years did I think I would ever get pregnant on my own. And I was in the middle of my weight loss journey. Plus, I had a new half marathon to run. What was I going to do? I finally came clean to my trainer after weeks of shock, and we made a plan. We were not going to let this stop all of my positive momentum. I just kept going. My family and I participated in the Anytime Fitness sponsored 5K, and I even ran, well maybe jogged, my 3rd half marathon at 7 months pregnant. I was walking on the treadmill 2 days before the baby was born. I delivered a baby girl on the day after Christmas that year. I gained 20 pounds during that pregnancy, half of what I had gained during my first. Life stayed steady and full with 3 small children under the age of 5. I continued my weight loss journey and was under 200 pounds for the first time since high school. On the 4th of July, one of the owners saw me in the gym and their jaw dropped. They didn't recognize me. Not only was I 6 months postpartum, I had lost over 50 pounds since originally meeting them. It was probably the first time that I realized everything that had just happened. I had undergone some major life changes. When I was chosen to run the Chicago Marathon, I knew I was going to need more than a treadmill. I mustered up the courage and reached out to one of the group fitness instructors. She connected me with a women's-only running group. I meet up with women of similar ages and paces and run with them several mornings during the week. We like to do our 5 at 5, or 5 miles at 5 a.m. When the weather is bad, we run on the treadmill together. And if that isn't an option, I usually con someone into running next to me.
So we are the 5 a.m. crew that works out with Allison in the morning. I met her a couple months ago, again, early morning. And I've known Allison a couple years. We've both worked out together at Anytime for quite a while. So we both are always on the treadmill, and I always like to go to the first treadmill, and later on I found out that that was also Allison's favorite, and for some reason we don't like going in the middle. We just feel confined, so we always kind of fight over the first treadmill. I'm not a big runner, so I give her props for doing marathons and working again to do another marathon this fall. She inspires me to keep running when I come in the morning. I dread going on the treadmill, but I think of her and I keep going. Allison and I have always kind of had a relationship where we joke with each other because I absolutely hate running, and she just blows me away with how she can go out and do a few mile run outside before even coming into the gym to lift at 5:30 in the morning. So just a huge inspiration, motivates you to want to do better, and it's also really fun to just chat with in the morning.
Yes, we love our morning chats with each other and kind of keep each other accountable. And if someone doesn't show up, like she sometimes will run in the mornings and not come in, and we are like, where were you? And we miss her. So it's a fun group that we have in the morning. So way to go, Allison.
Yep, keep it up.
If it's not the treadmill, I'll fight you for the squat rack. It's probably my second most used piece of equipment in the gym. I met Michael that way. We share pretty nicely. Michael and I also have kids the same age. I learned this on a family-friendly Saturday boot camp, but we've actually run into each other at kids' events. I recognize so many people from the gym. Anytime has connected me with so many people and helped me to have the confidence to talk to them and not be embarrassed. A lot of us are connected on social media too. It's so weird to know that I'm inspiring to them. That was never in my realm of possibilities before. I've been at Anytime for over 3 years now. A lot of people there don't know my story or they've forgotten. Even my friends have forgotten. When Corporate Anytime promoted my Anytime Fitness story on Facebook, I received a lot of comments. Comments of support and well wishes, comments from friends across the nation promoting the link and highlighting our friendship, comments from people stating my inspiration, comments from people at home who knew the story and used it to promote fitness during their pregnancy, comments from people at home saying they had no idea. Honestly, I had no idea my story would be this way either. I didn't start out running marathons. I started out running 30 seconds at a time and wanted to die. I didn't expect to lose 135 pounds. I didn't start changing my life. My life changed as I changed. Anytime is giving me sustainable life, great friendships, and a promising future. I'll always be part of this family. I'll keep coming every day until they tell me I can't come. I'll keep referring everyone that I know to this gym, and I'll keep helping and motivating everyone that I can. Unless you steal my treadmill.